Now we've talked about your business, the structure, kind of how you guys run and manage it. What are a couple of your favorite projects you've ever done? Let's talk about like a couple on the spec side and why those were really cool or unique, and then maybe a couple like custom client builds that were like wild, people that had mermaid money or whatever.
Sure. Oh, the mermaid money.
That's a great story.
I think, I don't know, just one comes to mind is we were building a spec and over just down the street from here in Gulfview. And the buyer came to us like during construction, and we were already drywalled. So we were like maybe 3/4 of the way through construction. And he asked me, he's like, hey, do you think I could get a sports court in the backyard? And I was like, sure. And so that night I went home, I contacted the landscape architect. We drew out this sweet outdoor basketball court, had like bleachers on one side, lights, hoops, like custom colored, landscaping around it, fence on one side. So, I mean, it was sweet. And I showed him, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought that I was clear. I wanted it inside basketball court. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds good. So back to the drawing board. And we somehow figured out a way, in Birmingham, these lots are pretty tight, but we found a way to make a collegiate half-court basketball court fit inside. And it didn't look like a barn or all gaudy like a gymnasium or anything. And really tied it in nice to the back of the house. And it was sweet. A couple steps down right from the family room or from the garage. Had a mezzanine up there overlooking. Yeah, and he got to pick like all the custom colors, and it was really cool. And then we finished it like 2 days before COVID shut down, and so the high school basketball team got to practice over there during
his house during COVID.
Oh yeah, it was
awesome.
Perfect. So that the client was cool, the design was cool, the timing was perfect. That was probably one of the more fun spec to sold jobs for sure. And then the first one's always good too, like breaking out tile myself and breaking floor joists because I was banging on with the sledgehammer too hard. So I'll never forget that. Yeah.
And you've designed some crazy client builds too. I remember you talking about like a massive 1-bedroom ranch that people, spent over $1 million. It wasn't very big.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was 5,000 square feet.
Oh,
huge house,
okay.
but only one bedroom. They're like, we don't have any kids. We have 3 huge dogs, and it's fine if they want to we entertain a lot. But we just don't want everybody just crashing at our house all the time. So we just built a
no
one-bedroom
guest bedrooms.
Yeah, and it was smack dab right in the middle of 23 acres. So it was like just their driveway in, and even the house wasn't even facing the front yard. It was like facing the backyard because that's where they wanted it. And so that's like you just like a yes builder, I call it. Like, yeah, we can do that. Like anything you want, yeah, we can do that. Yeah. But what's nice also is that we are a yes builder, but because we build specs too, it helps us be budget conscious. And so it does help our customers that have budgets, it really helps us dial them in because we're used to doing it for an investment. And so
sure,
it is important that we, keep track of not just keep track of the budgets, but set a budget, be able to make sure it's legitimate to get them what they want, and then be able to get them what they want within that budget.
And sometimes even to get access too. So so Dan's building my primary residence right now, and the custom cabinet fabricator Perspectives, which is by far probably the best in Michigan.
Gosh.
They're unbelievable. John Morgan's an absolute genius.
Yeah.
But people can't even get in to see him. I hear stories all the time. People they can't get in 6-8 months. So it's because of the relationship that you have and that the designer like Jeffrey King has, your clients then get access to those premium guys that otherwise there's a huge barrier to entry there.
Yeah, that is a tough one. And thanks to you actually meeting Jeffrey King, that was life-changing for me as well. Getting hooked up with a designer that's easy to work with, just knows so much about the market, and also is flexible and able to change styles and not just stick in one avenue and change it up. That was huge. But yeah, get in with Perspectives, John Morgan and Jeffrey. I try to go every Thursday at 2:30. I mean, that is the best day of the week. A lot of gossip going on, but way more design ideas than I ever thought. I mean, it's amazing watching those two brains work.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Talk